Yeah, totally reasonable question. Why would you sign up for a race with a swim, bike, run, three components, and not train for one of those components? First, I hope it goes without saying that it wasn't intentional. Like running was definitely like in my training plan, but a big theme of this journey for me is I'm trying to figure out how to fit triathlon back into my life after 6 years of chronic health issues and like having a baby in the middle of that. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for the ideal conditions to start, and I've been trying to figure out the illness stuff so that I can get back to essentially my old life where I was doing triathlon a lot in my 20s. And I just got to the point where I was like, nothing that I'm doing is moving the needle. So let me just try and start, and hopefully I can figure it out along the way. So it has been a lot of learning. Like, we're dealing with like serious issues, right? Of like being a new mom, that's a whole Pandora's box right there. Chronic illness, that's a whole Pandora's box right there. And to be honest, even though I didn't finish that race, and that freaking sucked because I've never not finished a race before, I have like learned so much along this journey. It's been messy, there's been a lot of nuance, but I'm so glad that I made that decision to start and to stop waiting around for the perfect conditions. Now, you bring up safety, which I think is a really good point. And when I consider swimming, biking, and running, the least risky thing to do, if you're going to neglect one of those disciplines, the least risky one to neglect is the run. I do have experience running while tired, running while in pain. I am in the military, so there's a lot of stuff that they made us do that was like very uncomfortable, right? Like, I'm experienced with that. In a run, you can always start walking. You can't do that really on the bike, and you can't really do that on the swim. You can't. I was already going really slow on the swim, so I was trying to focus on increasing my speed there and just troubleshooting whatever the heck was wrong with my form because I was so slow. And then the bike, they say that the bike is the most important. And like, yeah, safety wise, the swim can be fatal. The bike, a little bit less so, but it can still be fatal. The least risky discipline is really the run. Like, generally speaking, like nothing really bad is going to happen on the run. So it was a conscious decision to prioritize those first two things over the run. And what do I mean by prioritize? I mean, this is what I'm dealing with. A lot of times I'll be tossing and turning all night, and I'll still be tossing and turning at 3 a.m. And I'm thinking to myself, am I going to go start my training at 5 a.m. on like 4 hours of sleep? Or am I going to hit the snooze and sleep in? I mean, you can only do so many